Raider Nation, what's going on? You're watching the Raiders Report, the #1 Raider show on YouTube and Facebook. And I'm your host, Mitchell Renz. Interact with me on IG and Twitter at MitchellRenz365. So I got a six-pack of Raiders rumors that I'm ready to crack open for you guys because we're almost here at 4th of July and I'm repping some sweet Raiders gear. So the first rumor here, the Raiders are ranked the 28th best team in the NFL. This one is not for me. But this one's Zero Chucky Heads. Tuck Rule, Tuck That. It's from Pro Football Focus. So I do like Pro Football Focus. I think that they do some solid work, and they offer a lot of insights on things basic statistics cannot. But if you take players based on face value, I don't really think that's very smart. So PFF graded every Raiders player, and it came out that we have the 28th best roster in the NFL. So basically just adding numbers into a computer, and what came out to me was just an inaccurate view of overall talent. So think about this. Players with grades of 90 or better are deemed elite. 80 to 89.9 are good to high quality. So not a single Raiders player ranked above an 80. Really? So you're telling me 7-time Pro Bowler Antonio Brown is average. You're telling me that Rodney Hudson is average. So I saw some of these PFF grades, and these three literally made me LOL. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Antonio Brown, who led the NFL in touchdowns last year with 15, 79.3. Rodney Hudson, 76.5. Trent Brown, 66.9. So I am so sick and tired of seeing some other, we'll say, channels and we'll say some articles out there that base players just on these PFF grades. If you can honestly look at me and tell me that Antonio Brown is average, that Rodney Hudson is average, that Trent Brown is below average, I'm going to say you're an idiot and I'm going to laugh at you. So if I get any more arguments based on just PFF grades alone, get out of here. Tuck Rule, Tuck That. Speaking of Tuck Rule, Tuck That, it's been a while, and we got a whole bunch of new subscribers out there, so if you're wondering what the heck do these Chucky Heads mean, Zero Chucky Heads, this rumor, Tuck Rule, Tuck That, not going to happen. One Chucky Head is a small shred of truth. I like to think 25% chance of happening. Two Chucky Heads, people are talking. This one's 50-50. Three Chucky Heads, this rumor is pretty likely 75% chance of happening. And then four Chucky Heads, believe it. Baby, 100% this rumor is gonna happen. All right, next rumor on today's show. Antonio Brown is gonna be the focal point of the Raiders offense. I think this one's two Chucky Heads, and I think that people are talking, and the guy that's talking, me, I'm talking about it. I understand the Raiders went out and they drafted Josh Jacobs, but I am really starting to think, and I'm starting to see what Gruden is saying, and when you see what the Raiders have done in the past, I'm seeing and I'm thinking it's going to be Antonio Brown. So we know Gruden loves AB. He's literally said that he's one of the hardest working players I have ever seen. Gruden grinder, right? One of the best wide receivers in the NFL. I think if the Raiders are smart, and I think that they are, you're going to build your offense around arguably your most talented player. Also, here's another interesting point. Gruden's offense, I think it's kind of perfect for AB. So AB is one of the best route runners in the NFL. And when you see what this guy's done over the last 4 years, you're like, okay, yeah, those numbers are pretty freaking good. So we should probably build our team around him. Now, when you think about what Jon Gruden has done in the past and what AB excels at, so wide receiver screens, getting the ball into your playmaker's hands very quickly. One of Antonio Brown's best routes that he runs is actually the go. The fact that Jon Gruden did this play a lot last year, they ranked, actually, it was like 60% of the time they completed this one. Also, slants. This is a route that AB does very well at, and it's a route that Gruden is going to try to implement in his West Coast offense. So, the fact that AB is super talented, and the fact that Jon Gruden really likes him, I'm starting to think that Antonio Brown will be 100% the focal point of the Raiders offense. But the show, come on, not about me. It's about the nation, and it's about everyone who's watching on YouTube and everyone who's watching on Facebook. Who will be the focal point of the Raiders offense? I want you to comment below. If you don't like my AB prediction, give me your prediction. Josh Jacobs? Probably Chris Warren? I don't know. Comment below. Who will be the focal point of the Raiders offense in 2019? Speaking of Chris Warren, hey, look at this. Are the Raiders cutting him? So hopefully he's not going to be the focal point of the offense because he might not even be on the team. So I'm going to give this one two Chucky Heads. And again, people are starting to talk, and this one is coming from NBC Sports. So, y'all love Chris Warren. And we talk a lot about Chris Warren because, for some reason, there's one player every year that you guys kind of get attached to. And I get it. The dude crushed in the preseason. 292 rushing yards. Heck, he averaged over 5 yards per carry. He had 2 touchdowns, and he led all running backs. And just in terms of numbers during the preseason last year, he's a big dude. 260 pounds. And he's a thumper. And there's already now you guys are asking, well, Mitch, could he be a fullback? Heck, I got asked if he could be the tight end. I don't quite understand the love for Chris Warren. He's a good running back. But Scott Blair of NBC Sports literally came out and said that Josh Jacobs, Doug Martin, Jalen Richard look to be locks on the roster, and that he also writes that it's up in the air in terms of Chris Warren making the team, and the way that he's going to make the team, it's going to rely heavily on pass protection and versatility in the offense. I don't know how versatile Chris Warren is going to be able to be in the passing game. We have Jalen Richard. You have Josh Jacobs, who you drafted really high. And then Doug Martin is just, I think, a little bit more of a reliable veteran. Sure, he's going to fumble here and there. But Chris Warren, to me, is like the pretty girl in high school who's just past her prime. Sorry, Chris. All right, will the Raiders cut Chris Warren? I want you to type C for cut or K for keep. It's pretty simple, right? Keeping it simple here. On the Raiders report, type C for cut, K for keep. Will the Raiders cut Chris Warren? All right, next batch of rumors coming in. Jon Gruden, he's going to win Coach of the Year in 2019. I'm going to give this one 2 Chucky heads. So we're doing a lot of Chucky heads today's show. And people are talking. So finally, I shouldn't say finally, Fanside had actually put something out that I think is pretty good. And they listed 5 bold predictions for the Raiders in 2019. Now, I don't really know how bold this one is, but I liked it. So think about this. The Raiders, they've improved a ton on both sides of the football. Plus, this is something I don't think that gets talked about nearly enough. Think about how much media coverage has been put on the Raiders. Think about Hard Knocks. We're going to be talking about the Raiders all offseason, all season long. And there's going to be so much focus. And if the Raiders can go from 4-12 to, let's just say, 8-8, or at least a playoff caliber team, because their schedule is super, super tough. It's uber tough. And for those of you that don't like Uber, maybe try Lyft. No, Uber, if you want to sponsor the show, let me know. But here's a question that I want to ask. So I already gave you guys my rumor explainer. So I'm going to ask you, Jon Gruden, is he a good coach? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. How many Chucky heads? So if Jon Gruden is a great coach, give me 4 Chucky heads, believe it, baby. If he's a horrible coach, give me 0 Chucky heads, tuck rule, tuck that. Now I want to give you a 4 Chucky heads deal right here, believe it, baby. Best one out there. My bookie hooking us up, chatsports.com/Raiders. Go to that link and then use my promo code GORAIDERS for 100% deposit bonus. So you ready for some math? You ready? $50 down, get 50 for free. Put down $100, get 100 for free. Put down $300, be a big baller like Jon Gruden. Get $300 for free. Shout out to my bookie, chatsports.com/Raiders. You want to see a big baller? It's the next guy. He's gonna make a whole bunch of money one day. Trevor Lawrence to the Oakland Raiders in 2021. We're already talking about 2021, and I freaking love it. But I'm gonna give this one only 1 Chucky head, and I think it's a small shred of truth. Now, this one came out from Bleacher Report, because Bleacher Report, they tried to predict the 2021 NFL Draft. I love it. I love it, man. And they had the Raiders taking Trevor Lawrence number 1 in 2021. Bleacher Report also writes that Lawrence looks like the best or the most NFL-ready quarterback ever. Ever's a long time. Like, I'm not good with math, but I know ever is a very, very long time. Now, Trevor Lawrence last year was a freaking baller. 65.2% completion percentage, 30 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, but he showed up when it mattered the most. When he really balled out was against teams like, I don't know, Alabama in the national championship game. And I'll say this, okay? Just because the Raiders have to take Trevor Lawrence number 1 overall in this, you guys might hate me for saying this. I'd be okay with it. I think Trevor Lawrence is going to be absolutely insane. I think Trevor Lawrence is going to be one of the best quarterbacks ever. Like, I already think, like, that's how good this kid is. There's some people who just have it. Trevor Lawrence is a winner, and he just has it. And I don't care if the Raiders do great with Derek Carr. I don't care if they have to give up 3 first-round picks. You want to give me Trevor Lawrence and some silver and black? Hell yeah. So would you want Trevor Lawrence? Number 1 overall in 2021. I'll type my Y for yes. If you're telling me I can get Trevor Lawrence, I'm okay with it. Like, I am this is completely sold on Trevor Lawrence. Do you want to talk? We're not going to talk about any quarterback rumors then for probably the next 10, 20 years. Trevor Lawrence in silver and black. I'm typing my Y for yes. I'm absolutely loving it. You know what else I'm loving? I got some swag shirts from Raider Nation store. So if you guys like these shirts, this is what I want you to do. I want you to hit up, DM, at Raider Nation store on IG. Slide in those DMs and say, hey, man, I saw Mitch. Oh, well, this is a tank. Oh, sun's out, guns out. And DM Raider Nation store on IG. Tell them Mitchell sent you. Can you do that for me? Yeah? Because if you like my shirt, and I think that you all do because I've gotten a whole bunch of DMs. One more time, DM at Raider Nation store on Instagram and tell them Mitch sent you. Get you guys hooked up some of these awesome shirts. Now, I'm also going to be repping this shirt July 6th at 2 p.m. Pacific time at 10 Barrel Brewing Company in San Diego. I'll be hanging out with some Raider fans there. So if you guys want to come talk some Raiders football with me, grab some brews, want to get these shirts on, let me know. Mark it in your calendar because I'll be there. Slide in my DMs at Mitchell Renz 365. All right, last rumor. We're going to say news here on today's show. Rookie Madden ratings have been released. This one's for Chucky heads. Believe it, baby. Not trying to, get too crazy here to end the show. I just want to have a little bit of fun. So Madden, first off, I don't play Madden. And if you guys want to play Madden, you guys could probably hit up Tom at What Going Down. I know he's a loyal player. Does that sound weird? I don't know. He's married. I know. Whatever. Madden dropped their rankings for NFL rookies, and not a single Raiders rookie had a rating of over 75. Which, don't really panic about that because Kyler Murray's overall rating was a 73. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to show you guys these overall Madden ratings just so you guys can get an idea of, maybe what we're working with here in 2019. So Cleveland Ferrell, 74 overall. Josh Jacobs, 74 overall. Jonathan Abram, 69 overall. Trayvon Mullen, 69 overall. I obviously see where the head's at of the Madden makers. I'm all about it. So let's go to Max Crosby now at 67 overall. Isaiah Johnson, 67 overall. Foster Moreau, 69 overall. I see what you did. And then Hunter Renfrow, look at that, 70 overall at pick 149. And then Quentin Bell, the lowest, but it's okay, at 61 overall. So you saw the rookie Madden ratings. So I'm going to ask you this question. Who is the most underrated rookie on Madden for the Oakland Raiders? You saw the ratings. Really cool thing about YouTube, if you don't remember them, you can rewind. It's all good. So who is the most underrated rookie on Madden? I want you to comment below if you're watching on YouTube and if you're watching on Facebook. And if you want to know what I think, slide in those DMs at Mitchell Renz 365. Also, before you go, subscribe to the #1 Raiders channel on YouTube at youtube.com/RaidersReport. All you got to do is just click subscribe below and make sure you turn on the notifications. And from what I've learned today from our NBA coverage, could be a part of the Noti Gang. Hit the bell, turn on the Noti Gang. Make sure you guys subscribe. Make sure you guys always interact with me. And comment below, like the video. All right, I'm out. Raider Nation, what's going on? Is this the #1 Raiders channel on YouTube? For Chucky heads, believe it, baby. And if you haven't already, subscribe right here. I'm giving you Chucky heads, news, rumors, Raider Nation rumors. And look at this. I'm making your life easier. Check out my next video. Thanks for watching, and go Raiders.